dad has realized his baby was eaten alive by rats. This is crazy. Just got to say that this video is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. All the copyrighted material in this is still in its respected places with the original owners. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't even know. But let's get to this vid, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all 1,000%. All right, let's go.
I know, but Bobby is getting the help that he needs.
I see blood everywhere.
Even the little kids are talking about seeing mice and stuff running around in there.
What?
He was like eating a lot.
When Evansville police and EMTs receive an urgent 911 call describing a grisly attack by rats on a 6-month-old infant, they immediately race to the scene. As paramedics race against time to save the child, it is the nature of the attack that leaves investigators sickened beyond their wildest imaginations.
Yeah, I see his fingers. And I see that his fingers look like they've been chewed.
Early in the morning on September 13th, 2023, police officers and EMTs quickly arrive at the Shanabaum family home, expecting to see an injured baby off to a local hospital. But what they don't yet realize is the child's injuries and the infuriating reason behind them were something they never could have anticipated. Approaching the house, the officer can't help but notice the front porch is congested with toys, household objects, and heaps of trash.
That's terrible.
When he enters the house, he's greeted by Delana Thurman, the aunt of the victim, and David, the victim's father. Both are also looking after several crying children.
I walked to the fountain this morning. You guys are falling night long. Then
That doesn't happen to the baby not making sound.
Officer Green proceeds to gain further details from Delana, David's sister-in-law. He finds out that all of the other 4 children are under the age of 10, 2 of which are Delana's children.
So you're saying you didn't have a mark on him when you went to bed?
no marks on him at all.
No mark at all. We
Yeah.
laid him down. He was happy as could be. Fell asleep. We came in here to watch some TV.
What time was that?
We put him to bed at what?
It's about 8.
About 8?
Yeah, I mean.
And then we just came in here. We haven't heard anything since then. I mean, he was frustrated at one time around like 10 or 11. And I went in there and I gave him a spot.
Moments after the officer's arrival, EMTs enter the home to tend to the victim. The officer is stunned by the ferocity of the infant's injuries.
He's got marks all over him. His fingers are like chewed off.
Oh my
God. I said it wasn't like that. Didn't hear him make a sound all night.
Like they're clearly lying. Like they're clearly lying. You can't say you didn't hear. You cannot say you did not hear a baby crying, getting their fingers eaten off. Well, oh my God, what?
Plenty of rat problem here about the traps everywhere, got baseball set everywhere. I've tried as best I can.
That doesn't happen and him not making a sound all night.
Right.
Right, here you go with my son.
No, not right now.
Makes no sense.
You can sit down. Can you talk to them? This is mom and dad get the rest. I can't talk to those people. I'm gonna lose it. Here you go. You should have seen the baby. It's terrible. They said to make a sound all night.
As more officers
you know what? I feel them too. Like, get me away from these people, bro. Cause ain't no way y'all finna sit here and tell me that y'all ain't hear this shit, bro. On my soul, y'all ain't finna sit here and tell me that.
One of the nastier ones I've ever seen. So hard to contain the rage. Hard to contain the rage. That's not. Oh, that's I had to walk out. He's
bro.
Big like situations, but the fact that he was literally eating alive, you're telling me he didn't make a sound.
Like that's yeah.
Are you serious? No way. In the house, there don't have to be diapers laying on the floor. Like, well, I can already tell from the porch how bad.
Right. I was literally thinking that, chat. I was thinking that you could tell by the porch, like, look, man, ain't nobody living right. You can't be living right with a porch like that. Like, that's the gateway into your house. That's right to your. We can only expect for your home to look like even worse than what you presenting out to the outside world.
So it looked like the fingers were chewed. Like, they're like gone. Like he was like eating a lot.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I can lose at least a couple, but the whole hand's just chewed up.
With the baby finally receiving treatment in the ambulance, it was time to dig deeper into how such a grotesque attack on the child went unnoticed. The suspects are clearly being less than truthful. and officers must get to the bottom of it. Police isolate the victim's father, David, for questioning.
You just want to take a seat. Look, just listen. I have no idea what's going on. I just got here, but I want to talk to you, but you're not under arrest or anything, but I'm going to read you your rights before I talk to you, okay?
I was getting all the kids up ready for school this morning.
Okay.
I went in.
How does that work? How are you not under arrest, but I'm going to read you your rights? I don't know. Am I tripping? Either way, it should be. They should be.
Like I've been doing, went in there to get him up, and I see blood everywhere. So I got him up. I was like, okay, where's the blood coming from? I worked for AMR for a while.
Okay.
I was like, where's blood coming from? You know, said, do you have a nosebleed? Do you have an ear bleed? I noticed amount of blood, and I see his fingers. And I see that his fingers look like they've been chewed. And
Okay, what does he sleep in? Like a crib or
a bassinet?
A bassinet?
Bassinet that's on the like stands up, you know, off the floor.
Okay.
And it's in a corner of the room. Never had any issues.
So you think a dog was chewing?
This is making me itch.
No. We have a rat problem here. I've been trying to get rid of them. I've got Terminex here. I've got bait blocks. I've got traps.
Okay.
All set. And it's like...
Okay.
The baby's mother, Angel Shaunabaum, was reportedly staying in a nearby mental health facility and wasn't present during the attack on the infant. David.
That's all you need to. That's really all you need to know to let you know that this is some grade A foul bullshit right here for real.
Brings the officer to his son's room where the incident occurred.
You need to get out of
If you don't want to look in there, it's fine. You just.
Over here, he has a tiger boy.
Okay.
The blood-soaked bassinet and boppy pillow create a scene like something out of a horror.
Ooh,
A
bruh.
defenseless infant would not have stood a chance fending for himself against what was likely a multiple rodent attack. The officer only has time for a brief look before David becomes overwhelmed.
Okay. Let's get you some cigarettes.
My baby, you know.
I know. Oh.
Y'all saying y'all didn't hear him crying
Okay.
is just,
As
that's
David
just
paces
sending
through
me.
the house, the children are becoming restless, realizing something is very wrong. When David is able to take a minute to calm down on the front porch, officers gather near the ambulance to compare notes. Despite the house's condition, the question of how this many rodents were infesting the property and the role the adults played remain to be discovered.
Is it both hands?
The right hand is the worst. The left one is, for lack of a better term, more superficial.
Oh my
Speed.
gosh, bro.
No major, nothing really noted on his back. Groin area looks okay, a little bruising in the perineum.
According to the police incident report, the baby had over 50 rat bites all over his body.
Oh my.
Despite the terrifying wounds on his left hand, it was his right hand, however, that had the EMTs deeply concerned about the child's well-being. He would need a blood transfusion when he arrived at the hospital, as the wounds were nearly fatal.
Damn.
All right.
Like, man. Oh my gosh. Yo, chat, I got the heebie-jeebies, heebie-jeebies. Oh.
Say hello to the parents. I'm assuming they're not coming to the hospital.
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
I don't know how you wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, bro, facts. Flat out.
And if he wasn't screaming with something else.
Yeah.
While the officer continues to speak with David, the children are
Right.
growing restless inside as an officer tries to calm them down.
Hey, bud, it's okay. Here.
See? Here, come over here. They're all girls. Yeah, the little boy. You want to sit down so we can talk to you?
Call from DCS, their person, to see if they're gonna stay.
Okay.
So wait a little bit, minute, so we can talk here in a minute.
What is there to contemplate? Ain't nobody staying here. They have a rat infestation.
We'll get to go to school, okay? I know, but Bobby is getting the help that he needs. Yeah. Out of this house. Please do not ask again. Well, let me show you. I'll give him all this.
Hey, bud. Can I give you a hug? I'll give you a hug. All right.
W cop.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
And the kids shouldn't have to. These other kids shouldn't even have to know what's going on.
Yeah, he comes right back and sat down there. He's brave.
Suddenly, without provocation, alarming.
I saw the mouse go over there.
You did?
Oh.
Not me. I just find it in my room, wanted.
Okay.
And find
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no! It built
and
no.
I get scared.
Yeah.
Baby got the mouse and I'm scared.
Yeah.
And bite. And bite his feet. Very, very quick. We got this house. And on his
Oh, that's sad, bro. That's sad.
When he got his
That's
Hearing
sad.
the child's haunting plea to leave
That's
is
sad.
heartbreaking.
That's
They
sad.
clearly recognize the danger they're all in. For a few minutes, the officers take them outside to play, hoping some activity would lighten their moods and ease their stress.
Want blue? There you go.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
Ooh, that's a triangle.
Yeah, I ate it.
You like triangle. What color chalk would you like to use?
I like
Can you draw me a
W
flower?
cops, man.
yeah.
In a
W
minute.
cops.
In a minute.
Draw flowers.
That's just crazy, bro. This don't even make no
If I
sense.
can bend
Like,
out.
Around this time, officers discuss their horrifying observations, planning a way to rescue the remaining children.
I told Dad that we're going to keep all the kids here.
Okay.
Because they all need to be checked out.
I looked and I asked them if
Well,
anybody had boo-boos. Nobody had boo-boos.
they're all, even the little kids are talking about seeing mice and stuff running around in there.
Officers and DCS guide David back inside to gain a better idea of the recent conditions of the house. In stark contrast to the serenity in the yard, the house is in a state of chaotic disrepair. Used diapers are littered across the floor, along with garbage and clutter. The house was reportedly smelling foul, and there were a number of visible rat traps. Despite the disturbing state of the living room and the bloody nightmare in the baby's bassinet, officers still don't know that they've only scratched the surface.
what?
I've been remodeling and I pulled the stove out and got everything swept out and trying to get some so I will let y'all know if I'm in there.
In the bedroom, the team of officers photographed the mess, blood stains, and rat tracks, processing the scene and taking pictures of the area for evidence. With DCS
This
and
is
police
sick,
investigating
bro.
the bedroom together, an official from the DCS has a moment to share some interesting information.
You guys have pictures?
My previous
This is sick.
That's right. The DCS is very familiar with the Shonnebaum family.
Oh.
In fact, there have been 3 ongoing cases and 1 decided case attached to David specifically.
Well, what the? What?
In December of 2020, and 1 claim of lack of supervision. Finally, in January of 2018, David was neglect of a dependent with endangerment, a level 6 felony, but the court withheld judgment, sentencing him to suspended probation, providing very little recourse for his action.
Here we go again, man. It's why does it seem like the system just fail every single time, bro? Like every single time when like this should not even been a thing, man. Now you're talking about a kid's a infant child's hand being eaten by rats because y'all want to keep kids in the all right.
In February 2021, David was charged with possession of substance, for which he received 1 year of a suspended probation sentence. While a case manager visited the home once a week, it was clearly not enough to prevent the unspeakable attack on the baby, nor did it prevent the other 4 children from potentially being exposed to serious diseases. due to the animal feces and rodents. In the kitchen, the mess goes from bad to nauseating.
Bro.
In the police report, David stated he believed there was a dead rat behind the stove and decided to replace the appliance. Delana adds that this renovation caused garbage to pile up in the kitchen, making the trash situation far worse.
What?
Rats scampered away when they opened the door to the kitchen, forcing David and Delana to lock the door to prevent the children from going inside.
What?
Is this a closet over here?
Where? I'm sorry.
The door that.
Bro, they about to stumble across a family of rats.
So I'm gonna go down there first and we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Guess I should. If I can even open it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Please don't no rats just come busting out of there, please. Please don't. Please. Please, bro. Please, I'm itching. I just don't want to see a bunch of rats come busting out of there, bro, like ants or like how spiders be pregnant and be, yeah.
You probably don't go down this one.
Yes.
It's very rarely open.
Yeah, there's
Right.
tons of rat down here.
There's blood in the kitchen in there too.
What the fuck?
You working in there? Or?
No.
Old blood.
I don't know. I know that's been in there.
As investigators move through the house, they notice one of the family dogs has a scratch on his nose. Officers photograph the dog and begin confronting David further about his use of rat traps.
Dog got it. Scratch on his nose too. Yeah, I don't know what from unless it found that rat or something.
I bet that was good on me, so yeah.
Can you see that?
Oh.
It's okay.
But
How many of those you got around?
There's one there. There's one behind the
Dog, you got
house.
caught on a rat trap.
I have one in the bathroom.
But they're all gone now, right?
Yeah. That's the thing.
How long have you lived here?
I lived here for 4 years, and I didn't have a rat issue till last year.
Your sister said your dog got one last time?
But
That's like scratch.
he had one, and it went down big.
So just fighting.
Yeah.
Went down big.
Little dog hates rats. This is a good thing.
According to the police report in a follow-up interview at the station, Delana additionally states that there has never been a rat in the children's room. However, in the weeks prior to the attack on the baby, 2 of the children told a school teacher they'd been bitten by mice on their toes.
It just hurt.
Delana
Oh my
suggested
God.
these marks were made by the children's bed frames. Unfortunately, the school nurse could not conclusively confirm the source of the marks.
Come
As the
on,
inspection
man.
comes to a close, David tries to justify his actions once again, but the officers aren't willing to allow him any more chances.
I wouldn't never guess this.
Well, I mean,
Mice eat cheese and
yeah.
that's my side.
No.
I don't know anything about them.
No, I don't either. No, I'm not saying I wouldn't have guessed. Like I said,
I've never.
I mean, if I've seen one, if I saw one, I'm just saying, everyone's got their own. Obviously, you can't just up and move or whatever. So,
Well,
you see a rat, you might not think it might happen, but I'm just saying, I mean, rats are rats, so.
David was in fact able to secure housing that same day for his family, but it was too late. DCS removed all 5 children from their parents' care soon after. Delana Thurman was charged with 2 counts of neglect on a dependent, which places the dependent in a situation that endangers them. On January 17, 2024, Delana accepted a plea agreement for both counts of her indictment and received a 2-year suspended sentence on probation. David Schonnebaum was charged with 1 count of neglect on a dependent for each of the children who had not been attacked, and 1 count of neglect on a dependent resulting in serious injury, all of which were felonies. He was on probation at the time the crimes were committed. On October 2, 2024, David was found guilty on all charges and was sentenced to 16 years in Indiana's Department of Corrections. While Angel Schonnebaum, the child's mother, was not present at home at the time, she had been present during previous interventions and visits from the DCS. Having taken no action to improve the living conditions at home, Angel was charged with 2 level 6 felony counts of neglect on a dependent for each of the children who had not been attacked, and 1 level 3 felony count of neglect on a dependent resulting in serious injury.
Yes.
However, in September 2024, Angel Shauna Baum took a plea deal and pleaded guilty to a level 5 felony neglect charge, which is lesser than the original level 3 charge. She also pleaded guilty as charged to 2 level 6 felony neglect charges. On October 24, 2024, Angel was sentenced to 9 years in prison for the charges and is currently serving the sentence at the Indiana Department of Corrections.
Why don't
As
they
of the
just
time
get
this
the
video was
I mean,
produced, there's been no update on the health status of the injured child or the other 4 children.
that was my next question. They should have, I mean, dude already had priors and everything, so I get why he get more time. But man, y'all did this together, bruh. You gonna, all right, look, birds of a feather flock together. Y'all want to fly together, flat together? 16 years, both of y'all. That's how I feel. But you let me know how you feel about this in the comments, man. Crazy, nasty work, man. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work.